left off, we were going to get the density of substance number 1. So for this, we write our equation, density equals mass divided by volume. Then we plug in our numbers in units, 21.0 grams divided by 42.0 cubic centimeters. And then when you do your division, you might be able to do this in your head. You end up with 0.5 grams per cubic centimeter, which is what we're going to write right here. Grams per cubic centimeter. Okay, so now that we have the density, now we can solve for this one and this one. So for this, we have to solve for mass. So we know that when we go into our triangle trick, we cover up the M, mass is equal to density times volume, right? Okay, so we write that right here. Mass is equal to density times volume. And our mass is going to be equal to our density, which is 0.5 grams per cubic centimeter times our volume of 15.0 cubic centimeters, and our mass is going to be, how many times does 0.5 go into 15? The answer is, times. Sorry. Our mass is going to be half of 15, which is 7.5 grams. So we write our answer right there. Okay, and then we're going to solve for volume. So volume is equal to mass divided by density, mass per unit per density. So volume is equal to our mass, which is 11.0 grams, divided by our density of 0.5 grams per cubic centimeter. Now this is when we say, how many times does 0.5 go into 11? So here it is 22.0 grams. I mean, it's just cubic centimeters. So then we write that here, 22.0 cubic centimeters. Okay, so now we have all of these numbers. But the last thing we need to do is figure out mass or volume. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a mass or a volume that kind of falls within our range of data without it being too close to any data that we already have. So we have our lowest mass of 7.5, then we have 11 and 21. So for example, we wouldn't choose 8 grams because that's too close to 7.5. We wouldn't choose 20, that's too close to 21. We wouldn't choose 12. So let's pick a mass that's somewhere in a range that we don't have. So how about we go like kind of in between 11 and 21? How about let's do a 16 gram piece, okay? So now we're going to solve for volume. So volume is equal to mass divided by density. By the way, you could have picked the volume too and solve for mass. Either way you want to go. You just want to pick something that's not too close to data you already have and not too high where you're not going to be able to graph it because we only have a certain amount of graph space. So volume is equal to the mass, which is 16.0 grams divided by our density, 0.5 grams per cubic centimeter. And our volume, how many times is half go into 16? Our volume is 32 cubic centimeters. So we're going to write that right here, 32.0 cubic centimeters. Okay, so now if you notice something,